This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk about the next match here. We've got Melina and Alicia Fox for the Divas title. Back in December of 2009, Melina would tear her ACL at a house show, which caused her to vacate the Divas title at a fatal four-way in June. Fox would win the title in a fatal four-way against Gail Kim, Maurice, and the defending champion Eve. Then she would retain that championship against Eve at Money in the Bank. Then in early August on Raw, Melina would make her return and attack Fox. And that gets us to here. 5 minutes, 21 seconds. Melina gets the win. It gets a quarter star. This is before the Divas Revolution. It sort of sticks out like a bit of a sore thumb now. You watched it this week for the first time in 10 years. What'd you think?
Well, I think logistically the match was fine. We just, at that point in history, the ladies had not been built or promoted as world-class workers. They were out there to basically, fill a slot. Not that the two were bad or their work wasn't good. It just was not up to the level that has become today. And they were used in, different capacities. I know that with Melina, with M&M, they were a great package. And they were an awesome package together, and they were good partners for each other. And that's how you kind of recognized them. Her on her own against Alicia, I'm not sure had box office, but it wasn't meant to have to draw the house anyway. So I think it was what it was.
This is the only women's match on the show. I think there was supposed to be a tag match with Michelle McCool and Layla taking on Kelly and Tiffany. But because of Tiffany's arrest, we talked about earlier, that match winds up being pulled off the show. Let's talk about some other bad news. Unfortunately, Taryn Terrell, who's 24, was indefinitely suspended by the company on August 9th when the company found out she'd been arrested by police in West Los Angeles on a domestic disturbance early that morning. Her and her husband had went to a party at the Playboy Mansion on August 8th in LA. And then they got into a loud enough argument where hotel security and police were called. It's a mess. It's a private matter, but I guess if you don't report that type of stuff to the WWE, they don't take too kindly to that. They feel like they need to be in the news since you're a public figure. Is that fair to say that might be their attitude?
Well, yeah, they want you to, them to be the first one so they could start damage control. I would suggest the timing was terrible with Linda running for a public office. They didn't want any negative press, which would, hurt her chances, on running for office. So the timing might have been terrible as well. But yes, it was when they first decided to go PG product, they stuck to their guns and they'd be in the company. They didn't want anything that was not PG. And that would be considered not PG, domestic violence.
Oh, of course. Well, and I don't even know I don't know what's in the report exactly. I just know it was a situation with her and her husband, Drew, who we know, and that the hotel security was involved. But either way, I believe, the policy was, at least according to Meltzer, the instigator has to leave for a cooling off period. So we don't know what really happened. And it seems like all's well that ends well, but it is a blip on the radar for the WWE where they're like, this might not be a good look for us.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.